Hey, what's poppin' Real 16 TV? It's Cuz OP here back with another reaction. This time reacting to DJ Akademiks just put the nail in the coffin. Whatever that means, but I believe he's talking about Charlamagne the God. They've been having some issues here lately. We're going to react to it. Screen recording starting in 3, 2, 1. Video playing now.
Akademiks just put the nail in Charlamagne the God's coffin after his stream last night. At least until Charlamagne the God gets back from vacation and can explain a lot of these things. But Akademiks provided a lot of receipts.
I ain't gonna lie, the vacation was like perfectly timed. Because I was watching The Brilliant Idiots and he said he was going on vacation. It was right during all this stuff was starting, so it was probably smart to take a break right then.
Last night, that makes Charlamagne the God look crazy. I mean, it makes him look terrible, bruh. Charlamagne would have to have a pretty creative excuse and spin to really rebuttal a lot of the things that Akademiks talked about last night. Approximately 16 hours ago, DJ Akademiks posted, "Charlamagne, you broke my heart with this one. My media idol been working for my biggest ops all along." Heartbroken emoji. Then Akademiks would drop a stream link where he would dive deep into how he believes Charlamagne the God betrayed him and backdoored him and snaked him by refusing to let him in on certain information when he was prying Akademiks for certain information. That if Charlamagne knew that, if Akademiks knew this,
he basically saying it wasn't a two-way street. When you needed stuff, I was, you know what I'm saying? Because loyalty is a currency on a rainy day. I was doing favors, hoping for these favors to be returned, and these favors never were returned, and that became an issue probably for Akademiks. So I hear what he's saying.
He wouldn't have given Charlamagne certain information or disclosed certain things to him. Akademiks will even go further and expose and reveal more information about Charlamagne on behalf of WAC 100, and they will reveal that they have a lot more information about Charlamagne that they have not exposed yet.
I ain't gonna lie, when Wax said he had all that information on Charlamagne, I believed him. I did. Because the way he looked when he showed him the phone, he said, "See, I don't want to do it, but if Akademiks tell me to pull the trigger, I'm pulling the trigger." I'm like, oh yeah, that nigga God said shit. I mean, you don't want WAC 100 having too much information on you, because he is looking for it. Even if he doesn't have a problem with you, the nigga's looking for it.
But those things will be coming out very shortly. This is an all-out war at this point.
Yeah. Bro, listen to me, bro. Lenny, my guy number one, and they know this dude very well, says, right, that Lenny imperially blocked Wax's permit on a butcher shop. Right? Him and Karen decided to fire Wax before the storm broke.
This is the second time WAC 100 has spoken on Wax and Charlamagne the God's relationship. So I'm starting to think.
And I ain't gonna lie, the Wax situation is so crazy because he was like a staple to Brilliant Idiots in the earlier years. Like and kind of when they got the new couches and stuff, he was there for a little bit too. So it's so crazy to think about it because I thought they just parted ways. I didn't realize they had like real actual problems. I figured they just separated. But to stop his permits on a butcher shop, this nigga ain't even trying to be in media no more.
And maybe Wax is the mole. Maybe Wax is giving this information to WAC 100 to reveal.
That makes sense.
Because Wax was on Brilliant Idiots, he was on Charlamagne the God's podcast every week. We look up one day and Wax is no longer on the podcast. And we're wondering what happened. Why is this man who we've seen you with every living day of your life, who you introduced us to, why is he no longer on the podcast? Why are y'all no longer friends?
And this is like your best friend. A lot of the funny stories they were together on most of them. Like they would tell story times basically mid-episode, and it'd be like specifically shit that just him and Wax did. And then you watch Wax get the girlfriend. Wax eventually marry said girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You watch the whole arc. Charlamagne saying he done cheating. I mean, I think, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with the information that's in front of me. I seen them say that he was doing stuff still in secret with a model chick. I cannot think of her name right now. So like, but we saw it on Brilliant Idiots. Him say, "Nah, that's not cool. I'm not with that. This, that, and the third." And as far as I know, I felt like Schultz would have cracked some sort of joke saying that he was doing it at some point in time and Schultz didn't. So like either A, he complicit, or B, he really didn't know Charlamagne was on that type of time anymore.
Never talked about it. Charlamagne got completely ignored whatever fan questions came in about it, completely ignored it, downplayed it, never spoke on it whatsoever. Maybe that's because if the true story came out, his own audience will turn against him. Realistically, if it came out that Charlamagne the God did something foul to Wax, who was well beloved among that fan base, the Burn Idiot fans would turn on Charlamagne the God, and it wouldn't be close. Trust me, bro. They choosing Wax over Charlamagne if they found out that Charlamagne the God did Wax dirty. But for the most part,
I wouldn't even say it's choosing. It'd be more like you'd be so disappointed in Charlamagne because the way he speaks about his relationships. Like, he takes most of his relationships pretty seriously. So you would think like, hey, bro, what the you got going, dog? Like, that's not what you told us. That'd be the main issue. Like, if you was an asshole from the jump, motherfuckers wouldn't care. But the way you told us about this relationship and how important this person was, you would think nothing could stop y'all relationship. So it had to be something severe. I honestly just thought Wax got tired of being on that motherfucker. Because they really didn't talk about it. I ain't seen nothing bad happen. I just thought Wax was like, all right, I'm done with this shit, to be honest with you.
Since Wax has been gone, all we've really found out is things that make Wax look bad. Stories like, Wax was sending news to interns at the Burn Idiots. And that's something that Wax own baby mama exposed. Or, Wax put his hands on his baby mama. That's something that she exposed. Right? But those things could be true, and that still couldn't be the reason why Charlamagne got fired. Wax. It could still be.
And Charlamagne is a real strategic person. I read all this man's books. It almost be like, hey, look, we can find some way for you to get compensation. I'm not saying he like this evil mastermind, but if he was, we could find some way for you to get compensation. As long as you go with this narrative that we need you to go with, because it's not like he had an uproar. You know how certain niggas, they have uproars where everybody's just talking about it. It's like one person that just dislikes him and they agreeing to do it. Like, it makes kind of sense that, all right, we'll give you yay amount of money. You just have to say this about Wax. You gotta blah, blah, blah. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what happened, but it's like once you get to a certain level of bread, you can make a lot of shit flip.
Exactly what Wax 100 is currently saying. Now, if you guys don't know who Wax is, Wax is like the tall, dark-skinned dude who was on Brilliant Idiots, strictly to be in shows to Charlamagne's music. He was on that show to be the locale. They brought Wax on strictly to laugh at him and make fun of his life. Simple.
I want to get back to your marriage. So can we talk about this on a podcast right now?
I guess so. I guess Reddit put it out there and all this other type of stuff. Yes, the truth is, I am a narcissist, and I am
a narcissist.
Words. Thank you. You know what we talking about? Narc. He's a narc. You know what I'm talking about.
Stupid fact, but the word narcissism comes from narcissist. The dude named Narcissus in Greek mythology, and he died because he looked at himself in a puddle and thought he was so handsome he tried to hug himself on some Family Guy shit. I don't know why I just told y'all that, but random fact for the day. But I guess that random fact coincides with everybody in the room because to a degree you have to have some narcissistic traits to sit on camera and deem what you saying is important. Though in the case of Charlamagne, I'd say it's battle tested for years. I've been podding and stuff like that, but you get what I'm saying. And Andrew too.
I like traditional things that I don't think that was just there. And it's all good. It's like, don't make nobody back.
Did the therapist say you're a narcissist?
Not really. I got diagnosed by her.
So are you in a relationship currently?
Right now, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I just think that
I don't like
me neither. I hate it. Guess what? I hate it too. I went to your wedding, bro.
You don't even know how down you've been, yo.
You think so?
Yes, man. You look depressed. You not moving the same. You've been saying that. Word is bond.
Crazy.
They have sex.
You shouldn't live like that. Ask me to be sick.
What's in my pants?
My pants?
It was moments like that where Wax was being vulnerable and open and putting his life on display that endeared him to the audience. So he just up and left. Fans were confused and Charlamagne never gave fans answers, like at all. Like the only time we even heard him maybe speak on this was probably his book, but he still never said Wax's name, still never, directly said he was talking about Wax. the employee he alluded to, we all thought was wax, was when Charlamagne got stated that he was paying this person six figures, which we know because they talked about this on the show, how Charlamagne got paid wax six figures, and he paid him enough to where Wax was starting businesses like his chicken farm and other things that he was doing.
That's what went through my head, the chicken farm. I remember that because I always wanted one of them hookers. But I remember the chicken farm thing because he was talking about it. I remember they laughed about that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, in my life, motherfucker laughed about that shit too. I was like, nigga, why is that funny? Nigga, why is that funny?
On behalf of
I
Charlamagne,
didn't understand that.
So,
why is any type of business funny, nigga? I'm trying to make some money,
the
nigga.
employee six figures, but the employee got ungrateful, got lazy, got complicit, and began to think that he deserved more and he deserved to live the same lifestyle that Charlamagne God was living.
Let's get into what Charlamagne
Now,
said.
I will say I don't think he should have lived the same life as Charlamagne the God just because of years of him putting in work. But I do see what he's saying. I'm getting to a certain point of like notoriety where like my name should count for something. Even if it don't count for as much as what you're saying, I should be able to go to another podcast and still have importance and whatnot. I do get that. I get that. I think that you should be careful. Don't be too greedy though neither, because that's when shit starts to, when a motherfucker sees like you too ambitious, that might be the reason why they don't fuck with you, because your ambition is just too high for them. So like, you don't want to be too ambitious. You want to go in there and get exactly what you deserve, and then when somebody else, unfortunately, when somebody else tells you deserve more, then you'll get more.
In his book, I had a homie who worked with me for years. They were good at their job, but I was overpaying them wildly. But I was cool with it. They were my people, had my back in situations, and I wanted them to feel secure. But even after getting extravagantly, I'm talking six figures overpaid for years, they still felt like they deserved more. In their mind, they couldn't just live in any old place. They couldn't drive just any old thing. They were meeting celebrities through their job, but in their mind, they deserved to become a celebrity too. And to look and eat like one too. They felt that I was somehow getting over on them. Eventually, I had to let that person go. More so than money, it was about poor judgment.
He never said Wax's name, but we can all assume he's talking about Wax. And the reason he gave for why he stopped talking or let go of one of his best friends and closest friends he grew up with, and one of the fan favorites on the podcast, the reason why he let him go is because that person was making poor judgment.
So I see what he's saying. Like I said, he reaching for straws when he shouldn't be. He wanted more out of life, but there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Everybody should want more. There's this thing, people want you doing good but never better than them, and if there's a chance that you may make it farther in this career, that might be the reason why you got kamikaze. No cap. Because like I said, the Shout Out Young Girl, the rapper, people want you doing good but never better than them. So like Wax was bringing real tread. Like he was rolling. Like that nigga was, every time you saw him on the episode, it was enjoyment. There's certain episodes where I just listened to the Wax part and got the fuck on, not to be funny, but it's true. Their dynamic with him, the way that he had a hard time with certain words, and my air's coming on, so I'm about to end it. But like, I was just surprised that he was gone.
Asking him for more money. He put it entirely on him.
So we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Continue to fuck with me. I appreciate you watching. Bye.